On the night of January 20th to 21st, the US president was unexpectedly forced to switch planes after sudden malfunction disrupted his original aircraft. The unplanned change came as security teams and technical staff worked swiftly to ensure the president's safety and maintain flight continuity. Donald Trump returned to Joint Base Andrews in Maryland to board a replacement aircraft before continuing his international journey. The decision was made within minutes, with Secret Service agents and Air Force personnel facilitating the rapid transition. Mid-flight, the Air Force One crew detected what officials later described as a minor electrical issue. Though the problem posed no immediate threat, standard safety protocols required the president to return to base for a thorough inspection. Trump was originally en route to Switzerland to attend the 2026 World Economic Forum in Davos. The high-profile gathering brings together global leaders to discuss pressing economic, political, and technological challenges facing the world. According to U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, speaking on January 21st, Trump is expected to arrive approximately 3 hours late at the World Economic Forum due to the minor electrical issue on Air Force One. Earlier that same day, Trump had issued a stern warning to Iran, urging its leadership not to pursue any assassination or murder plots. His remarks came during a press briefing in Washington, where he underscored the need for restraint and caution in the region. Trump said, and I quote, "The whole country is going to get blown up. I have very firm instructions. Anything happens, they're going to wipe them off the face of this earth." Unquote. The president's comments followed Tehran's warning to the United States against targeting Iran's supreme leader. The exchange marked a sharp escalation in rhetoric between the two countries amid already heightened tensions. Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian had publicly declared that any attack on Ayatollah Ali Khamenei would trigger an all-out war. His statement sent shockwaves through diplomatic circles, raising fears of a broader regional conflict. Pezeshkian's remarks were made in direct response to Trump's earlier assertion that it was time to seek new leadership in Iran. Observers say the comments reflect the widening gulf between Washington and Tehran's leadership. A senior Iranian military official also joined the chorus of warnings directed at the United States. The statement, broadcast on state TV, reaffirmed Iran's readiness to respond to any perceived threat against its top leadership. General Abul Fazl Sherkati, a high-ranking Iranian commander, cautioned that any hostile action would provoke a devastating military retaliation. He called such an act a violation of national sovereignty and promised swift consequences. The Iranian general said, quote, "We do not attach significant importance to Trump's clamor. Trump knows that if a hand of aggression is extended toward our leader, we will not only sever that hand. And this is not a mere slogan, but we will set their world on fire and leave them no safe haven in the region. The enemies are aware of this, yet they continue their cognitive warfare. They know that if even a corner of our territory is violated, we will neutralize the threat before it can expand." Meanwhile, reports suggest that Trump continues to urge his aides to craft a decisive military operation targeting Iran. Insiders say the president believes a firm show of strength could deter Iranian aggression and restore U.S. dominance in the region. According to the Wall Street Journal, as cited by the Times of Israel, Trump's latest military directives reflect growing impatience within the White House. Officials familiar with the discussions described the mood as tense but determined. This development follows closely after the president reportedly called off planned airstrikes against Iranian targets just days earlier. The decision was said to reflect a tactical reassessment of shifting conditions on the ground. For weeks, Trump had vowed to intervene in support of the massive wave of protests sweeping across Iran. His administration framed the demonstrations as a fight for freedom, human rights, and democratic reform. However, on January 14th, Trump appeared to ease his tone, claiming that Tehran had temporarily stopped executing detained protesters. The statement drew mixed reactions, with critics questioning the accuracy of his claim. According to reports dated January 21st, at least 5,000 protesters have been killed during the government's crackdown. Human rights groups continue to express alarm over the escalating violence and suppression of dissent. The protests, largely driven by shopkeepers and students, have stemmed from Iran's rapidly deteriorating economy. Inflation, unemployment, and currency collapse have pushed millions to the streets demanding change. Experts describe the uprising as one of the most significant challenges to Iran's clerical rule since the 1979 revolution. The scale, organization, and persistence of the demonstrations have caught global attention and concern. Tehran, meanwhile, insists that the unrest is being fueled by external forces, particularly Israel and the United States. Iranian officials have repeatedly accused foreign powers of supporting the protests to destabilize the regime.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.